Right, here we go, Claustrophobia from Asmodee, or Asmodee, whichever way you're going to pronounce it. Still in shrink. I got this off the Geek Marketplace, and I remember this coming out and there being a bit of buzz about it. At the time I ruled it out because I remember seeing a Tom Vassell review and I trusted all his reviews then, and I realised since then not every reviewer, you can't trust the reviews of every reviewer. They're, I'd say 99.9% time sure they're giving an absolute honest review, because what suits one person does not suit another. I then started looking at Undead Viking stuff, his reviews, bought a lot of really good games from the reviews he did, but there'd be some that I just didn't like at all. And then Rado, there'd be quite a few games on there that would be excellent, that he thought were excellent, and some that he thought were excellent that we just didn't like at all. So that's the way it goes. You can't always, you can only just get a bit of a flavour off one of the reviews. So, but I discounted this at the time because of a Tom Vassell review. Rado recently put it in his top 10 games if he was going to be on a desert island, I think, for the rest of his life. And then I had a little of a look at it. There's fantastic reviews. It's rated really highly, and there's one copy available on the Geek Marketplace. And that is how I've come across Claustrophobia. Oh, and another reason I discounted it at the time is purely because it just plays 2 players. But we do have, and that was the right decision I think for me at the time, because we were buying games mainly to play with the family. We now play, the hobby's gone, we play with the family, we play with different game groups, we play with the brother-in-law regular at our house here, we play with the father-in-law, and we play with a friend of mine from the job before I had of this one, Adam. I play with a gaming group in Leyland in Lancashire, Neil. I play with another gaming group hosted by Vaughan, and we at his house and in Runcorn with the Great Twins. And I've recently been me and Paul on a gaming weekend to Paul Grogan's house in Devon for GridCon. We had about 15 of us there at one point, all playing different games for the entire weekend. That was absolutely mad and absolutely brilliant. So here we go, Claustrophobia, the hobby. If you immerse yourself in it, you got to be, a bit sensible, but it can bring a lot of social interaction, and you meet a lot of great people. So here we go, Claustrophobia. So here's the rules. And what I like about this as well, it's got painted up minis. That is just brilliant in it, because there's nothing worse than a load of grey minis and you've got to paint them. And my painting skills are not brilliant at all. But I prefer to paint when I can. We've painted some of the minis for Descent, which we love, because they look better than just grey minis. So yeah, I mean, there's room in the collection now. We've got lots of games that fit family, that fit larger groups of players. There is room for a few games that just play 2 players. And this is supposed to be an awesome one. So we'll soon find out. A punch sheet here. And these have like Formula D trays, or Formula D, or Day was it? We have Formula D, where the pegs go in. But this, you put a die, assign your die to your different, for your movement, combat I think that is, and defence. You got lots of other little tokens here and skulls. Asmodee, brilliant quality on their components. That looks awesome, doesn't it? There's a couple of expansions for this, and also loads of stuff you can download, missions from the Asmodee website. And there's also a guy put up a file for is it lulu.com, and you can download some like professional rule books, or I should say pay for couple of professional rule books, and I've actually done that, and it was under £12 delivered for the two rule books. So here's the room tiles. Wow, and they are, look at them. There's the catacombs under the city of Jerusalem. Here's the dice. I think it's straight D6s and a D10. Do you know what? They're nicer than I expected. They're really nice dice. They're a matte. Got a nice matte finish on them. Good quality. Yeah, and we've got the D10 there. Got a deck of cards now. They are not going to need sleeving. They're good quality. There's the card backs. Let's have a look. Quickly. Amazing artwork. Oh, the brother-in-law's going to like the artwork on these. Flask of schnapps. Shield of steel there. Critical hit. You've got like a monster biting in onto the human. I really like that artwork. It's the cards. You've got the pegs that will go in the holes on the character sheets. Let's have a look. So here's like the Formula D trays. Similar anyway. Let's take one of these out. The condemned brute. Let's take him out. And it pops in there. There's the die hole there, so we pop him in there. Clip him in. And of course when you roll your die, if I was going to assign him 2, the peg would, I presume, go into hole number 2. There we go. Sorted. Now, look at this lot. Fully painted up characters. I mean, how much would it cost to get somebody to paint all them characters up for you? I'll tell you what, an arm and a leg. So we've got this big guy here. And the paint job is really good. Couple of those. You won't want to meet him down a dark alley, would you? Or them, I should say. Great detailed models, expertly painted up. We got all these troglodytes or something. Little dogs. They look superb, don't they? There's lots of them as well. Let's get them all out. A nice tray to put them, store them all back in. Now, map tiles. Let's have a look at the labyrinth, the catacombs underneath the New Jerusalem. Let's have a look into here. Everything I've heard, these tiles are phenomenal. Really good fit. You need a bit large table to play these on. Super thick card. Really nice finish. They've got that vinyl finish on them. You can see the laying really flat. I like that. I like that a lot. So you see, really nice artwork on the tiles. You're going to make a I think you've got predetermined maps and also random maps where you play off stacks of tiles, and the world or the catacombs evolve before you. The artwork. Oh, lovely, aren't they? And a lot more of them than I expected. There's masses of them. You must be able to create some huge maps. There we go. That is Claustrophobia. Some great components there. And apparently it's a nice easy game to play, but every little decision you make, either on this board for the monsters or these boards for the humans, every decision counts. It's nice and tight to play, so can't wait to play it. That is Claustrophobia from Asmodee. Thanks for watching.